Now, you signed to Jadakiss, which is huge, man. How did all that come together, and how'd you guys meet?
I met Kiss in 2013, getting a feature from him through my man Set Free. Kinda stayed around and just kept meeting him at different spots. Eventually, I sat down with his partner Ice Pick, who was doing most of Kiss's business at the time, and Ice Pick really took a liking to me and realized that I'm not just a rapper, I sing. And he was blown away by the fact that like I'm singing on these records and shit like that. And he brought it to Kiss and was like, yo, we should put him down with the imprint. And it been history from there. And Ice Pick J passed shortly after, rest his soul. But right before he passed, he put that together.
How long ago was this? How long have you been signed to him? And how long did all this take?
That was like 2016. So all of this took 7 years.
Okay, now, you signed to Jadakiss, which you got a lot of expectations now. What are some of the obstacles and things you had to overcome?
I think just proving myself every step of the way. Like what I did first, I decided like I'm gonna prove it as a rapper before anything else. So I decided to strategically go to Sway, go to Static Selector, go to Flex, go to all the different platforms, Cosmic Kev, a million rap platforms. I burnt down the BET Cipher. I went to every rapping platform that's respected and burnt it down. Like really burnt it down. And I kind of got my respect up as an MC. And then I just kept following up with that blueprint and dropping freestyles on my Instagram and dropping real quotable shit that people would come on my gram and follow me for. And that's how I kind of brought my whole audience in, just by pure rapping. Like, I got a line, I say, I built my following off talent, I don't do stunts. I didn't get here from, driving a Lamborghini into a pool or no shit like that. Like I got here from rapping. Every follower I got, maybe not to this point, because since like a year, they might follow me for whatever else. But for the most part, I built 90% of my following up. The first parts of my following up all from just rapping.
You mentioned the BET Cipher. How'd you get into the BET Cipher? What all happened with that?
Man, I knew a cameraman at the BET Cipher, and that was my man, and he would tell me the location of where it was going down at. And I showed up for 3 years in a row, and I would sit for 3 days at a time because they said maybe somebody won't come and you could fill in for somebody. So 2014, I sat for 3 days. 2015, I sat for 3 days, nothing. 2016, I came back that year and somebody didn't come that year. And I had to go rap and basically audition for Jesse Collins and the big dogs in BET. And, they eventually said, okay, we'll give you a shot. And I ended up leading off the BET Cipher that year. That was nationally televised twice. And I was the only artist with no PR, no label, because I'm under Kiss's imprint, but it's not a major label. You see what I'm saying? Or independent distribution at that time. It's just the cosign. So I was the first to, out of that whole cipher, maybe in the history of BET Ciphers, I'm the only one that came through with no PR, no label, no nothing. I really snuck in the building and made it happen.
Man, that's what's up. That's huge shit, man.
Yeah.
Being around Jadakiss, he's an OG in the game, man. Been around a long time, a lot of experience. What's the best advice Jadakiss has gave you?
I can't like pinpoint one thing that's the best advice he gave me. It's a plethora of things, He's just taught me a lot. He's taught me how to move in different situations. But more than what he said is what he did. Just me being able to watch him and pick up game You know, like, oh, this is how he interacts with fans. This is how he interacts with media. This is how he interacts with, you know, in the streets. It's different. I kind of just watched him and picked up a lot like that.
Okay, I seen you had a situation where you got in a fight in front of a show.
Yeah.
And Jadakiss got mad at you. What happened with that?
I don't know where you saw that at, but yeah. Yeah, at that time we were fighting a lot, man. Like that's, you know, that's kind of like 617 Boston culture, fighting. And my best friend always been like an MMA fighter who never fought in the MMA, but he'll beat the dog shit out of somebody in the MMA, you know? So it was always me and him starting trouble and shit. And we were at a Kiss concert, actually. It was him and Fab. And something happened in the back. I don't want to get too crazy, but you know, man, somebody ran off. And then we just found ourselves in the front, and then some other guys, I guess, who were with the guy. We're actually cool, you know, now, but they came out, and I popped it off on them. We got the fighting and going crazy. We all filed back in the venue, or no, I think we might have left by then. Yeah, we left, and I see. Well, they was going back in the venue, and that's what it was. They was going back in the venue and telling Kiss, "Yo, Millyz was fighting outside." And the next morning before he left back to New York, like he just had a talk with me like, yo, you're the artist. You're never supposed to be outside of the venue, in the front of the venue anyway, first of all. Forget the fact that you fighting. Like that's what other people are for. And he just broke certain shit down to me. That was the most mad that he was at me for real. But I smartened up, and ever since then, like I never go to the front of the venue anymore, act regular and shit, just fight with people, you know. We just move smoother, so we don't even get involved with those type of situations.
You mentioned you move smoother, or, you know what I'm saying, better and everything, you know. So what are some things that you do to kind of move better and to stay safe and everything?
I mean, you know, you gotta just militarize, you feel me?
What's up? This is Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Capone News.